bringing up issues that are completely consistent with the things that I ran on. People wanting to eliminate cash bail, people wanting to eliminate mandatory minimum sentencing in our state.
Yep.
The death penalty is another thing that Oregon still has that we need to get rid of. So, all of these conversations have been, when I was running on those things, I thought, this is going to be a multi-year plan. And now suddenly it feels like we could start working on these things now.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. And so that's fantastic because it does feel like we have a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
But, this dystopian narrative that's been painted nationally is not at all what, it looks like on our streets. We have amazing people out every night talking about the systemic racism in our criminal justice system. I have people walking up to me and calling me on a regular basis saying, how do I learn more about this? You seem to know some things and I want to understand how I can get engaged and involved. So we have an incredible community here of people that want to do the right thing, that want to lean in and work on these issues. And we do not need or want the Trump administration in our community, because all they're doing is, they're doing the worst of the worst things, employing these absolutely, Gestapo-like tactics of pulling people off the streets and putting them into unmarked vans without telling them why they're being arrested or even identifying necessarily the agencies that they represent. Shooting protesters in the face. Was a horrible case of a man shot who was just holding a boombox above his head, shot in the face with a less than lethal round, which fractured his skull, put him in the hospital. He was not in any way a threat to anybody. He was not destroying property or lighting things on fire. It was like a John Cusack moment, and he got hit in the face. It was terrible. There's another Navy veteran who just the same thing, walked up to some of these militaristically garbed out, whoever they are, people in our streets, federal agents in our streets, and asked them, how they were upholding their oaths to the Constitution. And they pretty savagely, this man is a tree trunk of a man because he was not moved. I would have been balled up.
Yeah.
And they just tried to hack him down. And, he broke his hand and he got, maced in the face by them. And it was terrible. But, so that's, if there's a dystopia going on, that's the dystopia that's happening on our streets. It's being caused by the Trump administration. We need to get them out of here. So that's something that's been forced onto my agenda that I did not foresee coming.
Yeah. I certainly stand with all of the protesters and, believe that this revolution that is happening right now, for one, being the biggest we've ever had in this country, the longest and with the most participants across all 50 states, along with victories like yours, and some other successful down ballot progressives, like we are collectively pushing the power holders to, make the substantive changes that need to be made to end, the generations of systemic racism and classism across all of our systems, but in particular criminal justice. So like with my working with that group to create 10 Demands for Justice, we're calling for full abolition of police and prisons. And the protesters, are on the grounds clearly making power holders very nervous, or they wouldn't be sending in the Gestapo. So this makes me, feel very, and we're going to be sending our demands to every congressperson at the federal and state level.